Alright everyone, welcome to the technical analysis video by Aggregated Finance for the 16th of May 2022. As always, the contents of this video do not constitute financial nor investment advice, and this YouTube channel, Aggregated Finance Technical Analysis, cannot be held responsible for any losses you may incur as a result of watching this video. Alright guys, so let's take a look at Ethereum, the weekly chart. We got this breakdown that we mentioned in previous videos, which was developing off the back of this bearish pattern where we were stuck under the 20 MA. We broke straight through and we've gone down to these pivot lows here. The low of the drop was around 1710, which is quite a nasty drop. We've had a sort of what looks like a bounce back, and we've gone up to this bit here. This was support previously, going some months back to January and February, and we've bounced up, and the 2160 level, 2150 level has acted as resistance. Let's take a look at the daily chart. That's the resistance here, which is the bottom pivot low here. Taking a look at Bitcoin, we will see a similar case that was even weaker, and we broke through these pivot lows here, and we got down on both Ethereum and Bitcoin to the price that I mentioned in my last video. So, have we bottomed here? It's very, very difficult to tell. The bottoming process can take some time. It may take multiple weeks, even where price will to and fro and bob up and down. At the moment, it's very, very difficult to say, have we made a low and are we going to go straight up? A lot of it will hang on what happens in the main equity markets. Now, I'm looking at the main SPY. This is the ETF which tracks the S&P 500. I'm looking at the weekly chart. We've got the W up here for the weekly chart. We got, at the close of last week, we got a bottoming tail, and it coincides with this gap fill here. This gap was now filled. Remember, these charts only show regular trading hours, 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We fill this gap. We've got a bottoming tail on the weekly chart. Let's look at the Russell 2000, which I don't often look at, but the Russell 2000 weekly chart hit the 200 moving average, and importantly, it filled this gap which is visible on the weekly chart here. So, or rather, it got to what's known as gap window. So this could be a point of support for the main equity markets. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq. Again, a similar bottoming tail, and the Dow, a similar bottoming tail there as well. So really, the equity markets are due a bounce. Again, we're still looking at the weekly chart, and I think any strength or any move to the upside, even if it's in the short run, will help the cryptos move higher. At the same time, it is difficult to call it and see whether we continue going higher or float sideways, or whether we'll come back down and test the low from last week. Really, we have to take things one day at a time, see what patterns we get, and try and match things up in order to call which way the cryptos are going to be moving. And of course, any strength in the equity markets, we are due a bounce, will certainly help Ethereum and Bitcoin. Alright guys, I'll be wrapping things up at this point. As things develop over the coming days and weeks, hopefully we'll be able to spot and identify some trading opportunities, and I look forward to catching up with you guys very soon.